Hey everyone, this is PrinceWatercress, and welcome to a brand new Let's Play. This time around, it is Mega Man 6 for the NES, the sixth and final game of the original Mega Man saga for the Nintendo Entertainment System from 1993. Nintendo had to publish this in America themselves because Capcom didn't feel like it. Also, I don't believe the NES version got a PAL release, though I could be wrong. Anyway, it's the sixth game in the Mega Man series. We actually have a demo mode this time around because I don't know why. But you can see the game in action, and it's just like the first five, which I have played before. So, to recap the story, we have an annual robot tournament. It's the very first one. All the competitors have suddenly been made into the goons of this mysterious old man named Mr. X, who admits that he has controlled Dr. Wily the entire time. So, he's apparently the guy we should have been going after the last 5 games. This should be rather interesting. Not having to go after Dr. Wily this time around. I mean, that'd be a rather interesting break, don't you think? Well, anyway, we can press start now, or we can choose a password. Or we can use a password. Choose to use a password. Let's go ahead and press start, because we're starting a new game for this. And we have 8 new Robot Masters to take on. Blizzard Man, Wind Man, Flame Man, Tomahawk Man, Centaur Man, Night Man, Yamato Man, Plant Man. We're going to be starting with Plant Man first. And we get nice little stat screens for when we select the Robot Master that we have yet to beat. I do like that. It's a shame it hasn't been utilized ever since. So, controls are just like the last 5 games. A jumps, B shoots, left and right lets you move around, down and B lets you slide, and if you hold down the B button, you can charge up the Mega Buster should you have it equipped. So, starting out with some rather interesting bug enemies. I'm keeping the Mega Buster charged up for a little bit, so that way I can take out the grasshoppers with relative ease, even when they're on the ground, because you can shoot over them. There is a way to break that cracked column right there and get the energy and the extra life inside, but we don't have it quite yet. And here's the Crusher robot for this game. I was able to take him out with a charged up Mega Buster shot and a flurry of regular ones. And these guys, you have to wait for them to open up before we can annihilate them. I want to make sure that I have a fully charged up shot for when that happens, so that way I can take care of them in just one blast. And here's Flip Top Eddie. Lucked out. He gave us an extra life. And now it's time to take on this guy. Shoot this guy in the head. Shoot at the body to push him back a little bit. Avoid getting shot at. Avoid the rocket fist that comes your way. And as long as you keep shooting at the eyes and getting a lot of regular shots on the eyes, you should be good. Got some more of these kinds of enemies. Oh, now we have springs. To get a higher bounce, all you have to do is just hold A. That's all you gotta do. You don't need to press it at a very specific time, you just need to hold the button down. If you want to get this past this part with the insta-death spikes, because spikes are still insta-death, don't hold the A button. And now we got another one of these gorilla robots. As long as your aim at the eyes is good, you rarely have to push these guys back. Which only works for so long because they do move rather well, I would guess. And you want to be careful here at this part because of the fish. And I'm about to say, I know there's a fish here. These platforms can be opened up with the Mega Buster, which is kind of cool. Because using these platforms... Whoa, slow down. Let's be careful right here. These platforms will allow you to reach these flowers that have the small energy refills in them. And I know there's going to be a fish here. Yep, there's a fish there. Now, as long as you don't hold A, you should be able to take care of this guy, that turret that is there, fairly well. And I had to back up there because I was afraid there was a fish. There was one there at the very last one, though, so... And these guys do respawn immediately after you destroy one, so you do have to be careful. And now it's time to face Plant Man. I'm in charge of the Mega Buster because it's the only thing I got. Forgot to talk about the icons. They're just like the first 5 games. The yellow circles increase your health, and the blue ones give you more weapon energy. And of course, there's the Mega Man heads for the extra life. So here's Plant Man. Want to wait for him to create the shield, get away from him when he jumps around. You also want to get away from him from jump over the barrier when he shoots it at you, and you want to get away from him again when he runs at you. So he just produces a shield, shoots it at you, runs at you. Just stay away from him and keep hitting him with nothing but charged up Mega Buster shots. And of course, always wait for him to stop flashing before you hit him with another one. That was anticlimactic. But we now have our first Robot Master Weapon of the game. We get the Plant Barrier, and for beating the stage, we also get the Rush Jet Adapter. I will mention that in a couple of minutes. But as you can see, the Plant Barrier is yet another shield weapon. And I believe you can send it at people, much like Plant Man did. So here's a password in case you need one. You just have 5 dots on a 6x6 grid. Can't be much more simpler than that. You are going to be collecting things, and you will be having to backtrack every once in a while in case you do something wrong or miss out on an item. For now, though, we're going to go to the stage select because there's nothing more we can do in Plant Man stage. Now, I could face Tomahawk Man right now. I do have the Plant Barrier. However, I did Windman's stage instead because he's also easy to beat with the Mega Buster, and it pretty much blows the game wide open when you do. So we're going to do that. Just like in past Mega Man games, I will be doing 2 Robot Masters per video. I say as I get shot by a panda robot. And it'll keep these videos not too long. It will keep them from getting too lengthy, and I should just go up there and be able to better dodge things that way. And this thing is now shooting mortar shots at me, or trying to. These floor fans will just move you up and down, and if you move to the side at the right time, you'll be able to get past pits and other obstacles. There will be spikes involved, and it's not going to be pretty either. I'm going to shoot this guy down. Whoa. And jumping up there like that lets you get launched right into the sky there. And really? Ugh. I cannot Mega Man today. I was having not very many problems in the practice run, but for some reason I just could not Mega Man that very second. Also, ouch, getting knocked off a ladder stinks. I forgot that is a thing that can happen. And if I could take care of this enemy, that'd be great. There we go. Get up the ladder just like that. It didn't respawn. The pickup did not respawn. That's lame. And if I could get you out of the way. There we go. I should have just jumped to the right from the start. Ow! I do not like these things. these things with the spikes that rocket towards you when you're at their level. So now we have the pause screen. The reason I'm pulling it up is to show what's on there. We got our weapons, we have the amount of life we have left, we have the amount of weapon energy we have for any weapons we have. Those 4 squares will come into play a little bit later. I'll explain those when the time comes. You have your current amount of energy tanks, and you have your current amount of lives. Also, you can switch between weapon select and armor suit select. We had normal at the very beginning, but we now have the jet armor from beating Plant Man. And if you press start with jet armor equipped, we get this nice little skippable cutscene where Mega Man puts on the armor. And if I could Mega Man a little bit, I could be able to explain what these things do. You jump on these, and you get ready to jump again as the platform moves to the other side. I wanted to go over here with the jet armor so I could get an energy tank. Now to see if I can Mega Man again. I can Mega Man again. Let's get up there. And don't worry about this thing. It won't rocket at you when you try to slide over it, or under it rather. Just be sure you give yourself plenty of room to slide under it so you don't hit your head on the thing as you make your way to the other side. And for these 2 panda bots, just use fully charged blasts, because these things have bigger hitboxes and you'll be able to just hit these panda enemies in the forehead. And yay, I managed to avoid that first try. Usually I do not. And we're now nearing the end of this area. Ow. Want to stay on the move here, move back and forth between motor shots so that way we don't get hurt. And, oh boy. I'm going to take care of the panda robots this way. Nope, 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 nope. There we go. You want to get to the right, the 4 fan on the right first, and then take on the panda. You want to make sure you're at least halfway up a little bit, just a little more than halfway up before you go past that pit and onto the second fan. That way, you can get yourself a little bit to the right, and give yourself room to fight in case the mortar shot from the panda robot blows you back. And I needed another drink of tea because I talked up a storm. And you can just skip that cutscene with the A or B buttons. I don't need the jet armor for this. I can just charge up the Mega Buster one more time, which is kind of cool. Which is always something you should do. And have I ever mentioned that these Thunder Strikes and these Lightning Strikes and the whole room getting dark when the Robot Master appears is so extra yet so awesome? So anyway, you want to keep hitting Windman with all these charge shots that you have. When he jumps up in the air and tries to rocket his way to the other side of the room, you want to slide under him. And you want to jump over those fan blades when they meet, so that way you don't have to worry much about jumping over the projectiles to avoid them. Another really simple boss. And of course, always wait for Windman's invulnerability periods to end before shooting him again. If you have the Centaur Flesh, you can use that to deal damage on him, and then you can hit him while he's stunned in midair. But Mega Buster works fine, and for beating Windman, we get the Windstorm. We get to shoot a little tornado out of our arm cannon, and anything that gets caught in it actually gets blown into the air, never to be seen again, unless you off-screen the enemy's position and respawn it. So here's another password. There's not really much else that we can do in Windman stage, so let's go to stage select and call it here. Join me next time where I take on 2 more Robot Masters. Until then, this is PrinceWatercress. Take care, stay safe, and thanks for watching!